dear young people of America, do not be afraid. The deepest joy there is in life is the joy that comes from God.
All right, guys. This is a capstone episode here, episode 20 for season 1. 2 new guests on today. I'll allow them to introduce themselves. We'll start with the guy at the end over here.
All right, I'm Andrew. I'm 16. I'm a sophomore at Mayfair, and I like to golf and do art. I've been going to St. Cornelius for as long as I can remember.
Were you baptized here?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
All right, so you've been here for a while. Okay, what do I hear?
All right, my name is Brandon. I'm a sophomore at Cerritos. I'm in the band, and I play golf. I really like it. I've been playing since I was probably 9 years old, and I've been at St. Cornelius for a while. I got baptized here, my first communion. I came to school here for probably 2 years, and I left. Then just coming back, now I've come back to youth group and my communion.
Sure. I didn't know you guys were both golfers. Did you guys know that about each other?
Yeah.
You both play for your like high school teams or what?
Yeah.
I'm playing next year for my high school team.
And where you go right now?
Cerritos.
Oh, Cerritos. Okay, and then you go to Mayfair.
Yeah, I'm at Mayfair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just had a match 2 days ago, Thursday.
Where's your home course?
It's Hartwell.
Oh, it's Hartwell?
Yeah.
And then what about do you know what Cerritos home course?
I'm pretty sure it's Ironwood.
Oh, Ironwood. Oh, wait. I'm trying to remember where that is. Is that in Huntington? No.
No.
Where is that?
I have no idea, honestly.
It's neither here nor there. All right. All right. So we're going to continue talking about a retreat experience that you had. I guess I'll start first. For people that don't know, we're talking about our confirmation retreat. You guys went on it January 17 through 19. So it's almost been a month now, but it's still a lot of effects of retreat are still going. Yeah. Andrew, I want to know why you thought Brandon would be good to have on here.
Brandon, I mean, he's a cool guy, but at first he came late in our small group. He was like 3 or 4 classes in, and he used to like not talk, but I got him to talk, and I thought he would be good to talk about his retreat.
Cool. So he's been opening up.
Yeah.
Is that have you experienced that too? You feel like you were like kind of more reserved in the beginning and then?
Oh yeah, I feel like I was like really quiet at the beginning. I just didn't really want to talk, but now I feel like I'm always talking.
Yeah. Okay, before you went on retreat, did you have any expectations? What were you thinking?
For retreat, I didn't really know what to expect because this is my first time ever on a retreat. So
Sure.
I was open-minded on what was going to happen. I was like, whatever's going to happen, I'm pretty sure I will have fun. Because at first, I didn't really know anyone here. So I was kind of like, I was a little awkward at first with people. But then Andrew's probably the first person I talked to here. So he got me into my cabin. And I think I met people because of Andrew. So I think I didn't know what to expect, but I knew as long as I make some friends, I'll be okay. And I'll have fun.
Was it the first time that you were away from home like that for like a whole weekend?
No, I'm actually in Boy Scouts.
Okay.
And so I've been away for like probably a week or 2 from home.
Yeah, you guys do like backpacking and stuff. Yeah. Where'd you go?
Well, for
the backpacking.
Oh,
do you know?
well, we've gone many places. Like we've went to Catalina Island for one.
Okay.
And then we've gone to like different camps, like Camp Bighorn, Camp Talkwitz. So just
nice.
Yeah, it's really nice places, all outdoors in forests.
Those are some camper names right there. Bighorn and what was the other one?
Talkwitz.
Talkwitz. Yeah, that sounds like I'm going camping. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right. That's awesome. You still doing it? Are you trying to get your Eagle Scout?
Yeah, I'm trying to get more active. I know it's hard with band in school, so I try to be as active as possible.
Okay. What do you play in band?
I play the trumpet and tuba.
Okay. You play instruments? No, huh?
I used to play trumpet.
Okay. Your dad's really into it, right?
Yeah.
Trumpet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I started the drums like last summer. It's really something I do over the summer.
Yeah. Do you feel like your relationship with God really sort of, I guess, was it impacted from retreat?
Oh, yeah, totally.
What? Yeah, tell me what happened.
So I know before retreat, I wasn't really that into, I didn't really know about that much about God as I thought I did, because I haven't gone before retreat. I didn't go to church that much, and I know I didn't, because I don't know. It was, but with retreat, I think once retreat came, actually more like when we started confirmation. Actually, I started getting more into God and like what he actually does for us. And then retreat, all the stuff we did, it was based on what God does for us, and it really helped me understand more about Him.
What was your relationship, or what was your idea of God before retreat? Was it just kind of like, I ask Him for things, and like, was that your relationship with God before? You like, did you pray before?
I think I could have prayed more than I usually did. I didn't pray that much.
Okay.
And I know with my understanding of God was like He was a being who created the universe, and He was there for us. But I didn't really talk to Him. I didn't really try praying as much. But ever since confirmation and retreat, it really impacted me knowing how he's here for us. He's really here. He wants to talk. He wants us to talk to Him, and how He's always going to be listening to us. He's gonna listen whenever we have problems. We just feel frustration, sadness. He's always there to listen for us.
Totally. So I would say before retreat, maybe you weren't thinking about the things of God too much. You didn't have necessarily a super strong relationship. It was like God wasn't too much of a factor in your life. Which might sound like harsh to say, but like that's probably what it was, right?
Yeah.
And that's fair. I think a lot of people have been there. I've been there, growing up before you really like have that sort of moment with Christ. What did you have a moment like that on retreat? Like a specific moment where you're like, I've experienced God. I experienced Jesus.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What happened?
It was at adoration. It was like that's probably my first time ever going to adoration.
Yeah,
I didn't even know it was a thing, and so just like being there in the quiet and just having God there. Then I went to the prayer teams. That what it's called outside, and it really helped me. I was just there, and I prayed. I asked. I want to be closer to God. That's what I really want. That's what I really want them to pray for me. And so when I went back inside, it was quiet. I just closed my eyes and just started talking to Him. And I really felt like He was listening. I felt like I had a feeling He was there listening and just next to me, knowing that I want to be closer to Him.
Yeah. Yeah, adoration. That'll do it. We've so many stories with that. Was that for you? I'm just curious about your, was adoration impactful for you when you went on yours? What was your like Jesus moment, Andrew? I'm curious.
I've had like two bigger ones. One was my year one retreat.
Okay.
It was like I had known, like I believed in like God and the Eucharist and everything, but it just like clicked right there. I was like, I'm looking. That's my God. That's what I'm looking at right now. And then I was just filled with happiness, and that was that. And then the second one happened more recently after this guy's retreat. It was right after retreat, the day of retreat. I came back, and I was going to bed. It was just a normal, like, I had dinner. I'm going to bed. My eyes are closed. I'm not like asleep yet, so I'm just like trying to fall asleep. And this like light on like my left eye right here, like this white light just like flashed. It was bright, but it was like a small brightness, like a little spark. And I was like, that's weird. I opened my eyes. There was nothing. I sleep next to a window, and sometimes my neighbor turns on the light, but that was totally different. So I just rolled over, tried to go back to sleep. Then it happened again, but this time it was like a cross. Like not a cross, but like across my eyes. And
like that little white flicker.
Yeah.
And across both eyes.
Yeah, and then I was like, weird. Open my eyes again, nothing. So I'm like, weird, maybe I should pray. I was just on retreat. So I was like, stuff could happen, right? So I started praying, just a normal prayer, thank God, And I started praying for my small group, these guys. I was going one by one, and I was saying, help them be led by you. And my whole top, like half right here, like my whole top torso, like I had this like surge of like heat. And then I wasn't planning on this, and I said, help me be led by you. And then that same thing happened again, but then my heart, it was just there, but then all of a sudden it just started like trembling and like getting all hot and like swelling. That's the word. Swelling, and I was filled with like just pure goodness, pure everything good. Like that's the only way to explain it. Like that, and then I knew God was there. God was there, and He wanted to talk to me, and I said, "Hey, God," because it was crazy. Because I was filled with like this, just like pure goodness, and then the first thing I asked, because I knew this could happen to any one of us, I asked, "So does this mean I have to be a priest?" And then I was like filled. It felt like He was laughing at me, but like not in a mean way, but like I just like felt so human. And and I got this feeling of like, no. And then He was like, "You're a role model." And all this stuff, it's not like it just came to me in like big words. It's like everything made sense. He was like, "You're a role model, lead my children." And I was like, yeah, that sounds like a priest. that sounds like a priest. He's like, "No." He said, "You're a role model. You're good with children. Grow my church." And I was like, dang, okay. And then, but I was like, that could still be a priest though. And yeah, because I was like, this is the only thing. Because I was like, not like scared, but like I was like,
Yeah.
this could happen to anyone. And he was like, and I had this all this stuff came to me in like just like feeling like these thoughts weren't mine. And I would come and I would think, am I making this up? Is this me? And then I get the feeling of like, no, again. And then that light would come back. And so I asked him one more time, does this mean I'm a priest? And he said, no. And I got this image of Deacon Boucher.
Okay.
He goes here. And then he told me that he wants me to have a family. He wants me to grow his church. And in that way, when they're old, when the kids are older, he wants me to be a deacon. And I was pretty shocked because this all happened in like just like a fluid of like like not emotion, but like feeling. Like I felt God telling me this. I didn't hear like, this is what you have to do. No, I felt it, and I was like, God, that's a lot. Like I'm 16. I don't even have a girlfriend. Like this is crazy, man. This is crazy.
You're like, make it happen.
And I'm like, this is crazy. And I was filled with like this like peace. And he was like, I have a spouse for you out there. And then he said he's gonna be with me the whole way through everything. And then I fell straight to sleep. And I woke up next morning like, boom. Like, that was crazy. And the first time I told the story, I cried, but I think I'm okay right now.
Yeah. No, there were many times in that story I felt really moved. I think I want to dig into this a little bit because this is very powerful. What do you think the light, what do you think it was going?
I don't know where that was.
It's just like God getting your attention kind of?
Yeah, because the craziest part with that, because I like reflected with it afterwards, the craziest part with that was I wasn't going into like this deep prayer session or anything. I was going to sleep, and then this light like basically woke me up, and then I responded, and then he talked.
Well, I do want to say, for you to think like, I want to pray for my candidates.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty powerful, even in itself. I don't think the first response of many people would be, let me like pray for,
Yeah.
I would just be real with you guys. Like being like a young man, like a young boy, you're not thinking about praying for other people, right?
Yeah.
You're most of the time, you're just like, what can I get? Like, dear Lord, like help me to. So I don't know. I feel like God is really working through you. And I could see that. I could see why you got that message.
Yeah. And the reason why I wanted to be here so badly was because the last feeling I felt was I had to share.
Yeah.
He told me to share this story, and here I am.
No, I did not know that this is incredible. I did not know you had this experience.
Yeah.
I'll even say another thing is I think you received it in humility, because even you said, okay, I got this experience. I know any one of us could have gotten it.
Yeah.
That's also pretty powerful. Like, I feel like I'd be like, yeah, that's right, I got it. Like, that's probably why I haven't.
No, it's kind of scary though. Like,
really? Okay, why is it scary?
Like he handpicked. He was like, "I'm talking to you." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like I said, it could happen to anyone. But he's like, "I'm talking to you. I want to talk to you right now."
I want to talk to you right now.
So that's
hey, listen up.
That's like the scary part. Like he's always there. Like
yeah,
and he has a plan for for me, I guess.
How has your prayer life, has it been impacted from this experience?
Totally, man.
Tell me about that.
Like, I would pray normally, but it's totally different like now, because back before I knew God was there, but now I like really know God is there and really wants to talk to me. So I definitely pray more. Like, I do art, like I said.
Sure.
And when I'm at school doing art, I sit next to this one dude. He's a senior. He's the only person I know in the class. He's kind of quiet when he's doing his art. So I'll just be in the art room doing my art and like praying at the same time. Just like Hail Marys while I'm just like in my head, just like doing things. And it's just crazy.
You ever thought about doing iconography?
What's that?
It's like stuff like that right here.
I don't know. I could next year. I have to do an AP thing.
Yo, I'll commission you. I'll give you some money. I'll say I want this to be hand drawn by Andrew, the chosen one, and you know it could be nice. I'll give you some different. I'll have some ideas. I have some ideas.
Okay.
You're good at drawing, right?
Yeah.
I know painting, or I think they call it writing iconography. It's technically what it's called. Okay. Okay. So your prayer life has definitely, just knowing that God is always with you.
Yeah.
Has certainly, like, you probably enter into deeper prayer.
Yeah.
Like knowing that you're not just like saying empty words, but that you're talking
Totally.
to God.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to share from that experience that you feel like God put on your heart?
Afterwards, this is really like what God put on my heart, but this is like my realization. Afterwards, I was like, everything's so earthly. Like, everything's so like human. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went to school 2 days later and I'm like, I'm worried about like a math test right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in the big scheme of things, like, come on. Like,
You're like, I didn't study for that. Like, come on.
No, I did.
No, I'm just kidding.
I take it seriously, but like in like in God's plan, that like all this earthly stuff is just human beings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Can you say more about that actually?
What?
I want you to say more about like the earthly stuff and
like knowing I'm on earth for God's purpose, right? Because He wants me to do all these things with the church afterwards. And then here I am worried about like I said, like a math test. I'm worried about school.
Sure.
So it really just makes everything seem lighter.
Okay.
Like, yeah, this is like kind of important, but like not really when you think about it. But that doesn't mean I'm like lazy now, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think your purpose has shifted.
Yeah.
And you know what's most important now.
Yeah, definitely. Because before I'd be worried about like myself. Now I'm like, well, if God wants me to do this, whatever, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's beautiful. I'm glad you were able to share this. I had no idea. Did you know about this story?
No, I had no idea.
You're hearing it for the first time too? What do you think? What do you think?
I think it's really cool how like it was just in the middle of the night, how he just has just a white glare.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool. It's like really powerful how he came to you out of every, like, how many people? 8 billion people in this world,
Yeah.
and he came to specifically you.
That's scary.
Yeah, that's incredible. I kind of heard about your prayer life. That was a post retreat. Post retreat for you. How has your prayer life kind of changed, or what's been going on there?
For me, I think retreat really got me praying, like especially at adoration and just before meals every time. It really impacted me on how much you prayed throughout the day. And I think after retreat, I started doing it more. Like before retreat, I probably hardly ever did it, but I think now I do it a lot more, especially for confirmation and youth group. Youth group is pretty fun, and we're always praying there and we're learning. And I think it's really good to pray whenever I need it. And I think I pray a lot more than how I did. Like I actually talk to him. I talk to God knowing he's here for my problems, and I can talk to him about anything. Anything I'm feeling distress, anger, sadness, or I'm just like not having a good day. I know I can pray to him. I know he's here to talk. He's going to listen. He's going to help whenever.
Yeah. I think one of the big goals of our retreat is knowing that we are children of God. And I think, do you feel like you know that now? That you're like a beloved son of God?
Yeah.
Yeah. How does that, what does that mean? How does that change your life in some way?
It really changed my life because just knowing I'm a part of I'm a part of him and he's here for me. And just knowing that just really helps me just be the person I want to be, and just always wanting to talk to him. Like I always want to talk to him now. Just want to tell him like what's happening in my life and what's going on, and just the struggles I'm having, because I know he's going to be here. He's always going to be listening, talking, just talking back to me. And I know it's really helpful.
Yeah, it sounds like you got a lot of peace knowing now that you're part of God's family, and confidence knowing that like so many things that we preoccupy ourselves with like don't really matter, you know, like you're saying. Yeah. Okay. What was your favorite part of retreat? Like the most unexpected or favorite, or what's something you look back and you're like, oh yeah, that was like super fun?
I think adoration might have been the best part of retreat, because it was like the thing I did not expect, just in a dark room. Like it was like candles lit up, and it was just really quiet. Probably the quietest I've ever been in a room with a whole bunch of people. And it was just silence, and I just got to talk to God. I really got to really talk to him, and probably the first time in forever I really talked to him. And knowing that he's here, like he's in front of me, he's listening to what I have to say. It was like really helpful.
Yeah, and that was your first time in adoration?
Yeah.
How would you explain adoration to a friend?
I think I'll probably say how it's you're gonna feel presence. You're gonna know he's here, and how it's a place where you can talk to him. You can just talk, explain how you're feeling, the struggles you're going through, and how he's gonna be listening to you. He's right there, and you're gonna feel him. You're really gonna feel him right there. You're gonna feel something, and you know it's God. You know it's God listening right next to you and just listening to your problems.
Yeah. Andrew, how would you explain adoration to a friend?
Adoration? Like what kind of, like just a friend?
Yeah, just like someone's like, what's adoration?
I'd probably say, if they're Catholic, I'd probably say like, well, if you believe in the Eucharist, you just truly feel God's presence. But if they're like not, I'd probably say,
yeah, what if they're just like Christian?
Yeah, like if they're not, I'd probably say like, you'll know your God when he wants you to. And if you go to adoration, you'll probably find God. You'll probably find what he wants you to find. And I wouldn't think, I'm not God, but I want to think he wouldn't want someone to think that's not him. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So I feel like you'd for sure have to go with an open mind to truly just feel God's presence.
Yeah. I'm really curious your thoughts on this. Why do you guys think God comes to us in the appearance of bread? Why does he reveal to himself through the Eucharist? What do you think that means? That might be a difficult question, but like, there's no right or wrong. Like, if you're trying your best to answer that, like, why would God do that? Why would he come to us in this form?
Probably because, I mean, it's his flesh and blood. If that was actually flesh and blood, I'd be pretty creeped out. Like,
sure.
Like if this is like a little like piece of skin and like, and like an actual like blood in the chalice.
Yeah.
I think it's just so that we could like understand.
Yeah.
Not understand, but like be open to it. Like I said, like if that truly was like in like appearance,
yeah,
like a piece of bone or something, like everyone would be creeped out. Like
I think that's exactly it. He comes in a way that's palatable to us, in a way where we can digest him. And that's a double meaning, like literally in the bread, but also in terms of understanding. God is so beyond our mind and our reasoning, but he comes to us in a way where we can understand him. Yeah. Right? Maybe not fully, but to some extent. It just shows his humility, right? So yeah, I think that's beautiful. Andrew, I'm curious too. What made you decide to be a leader after, you did year 1 of confirmation, you're in your second year, but you decided to come back and help with the year 1. Why'd you come back as a leader?
At first, I first initial after year 1, I didn't know anyone here, even though I went to the church. I went to Mayfair. Not many people come here from Mayfair. I came to be a leader probably initially. because I felt expected to be one because my older siblings were all leaders, you know.
You come from a legacy of leaders.
Yeah, that's why I felt like I had to, but now that I like know what it is, and after the post retreat experience, my year one, I feel like I have to be here. Like I have to spread God's word, wherever grows church, right?
Sure.
And this is one of the ways I can. So if like it really just made me think. Like even after that, like one of the first things I was like, oh, I have to be a leader next year.
Yeah.
And because it's just this opportunity for me to do what God has to do. Like if you were to leave and he was to leave and I was in like a whole new place,
Yeah.
I probably would still want to be a leader because God
that's how
wants
it
me to
should
be
be.
one. Yeah.
That's how it should be. Jesus is leading this ministry, and so it's most important. It's Jesus' ministry. We can't forget that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? Tell me about your confirmation experience just generally now. Like,
Genuinely,
yeah, like coming in, were you like stoked to be in confirmation? What were you thinking?
probably. Well, I didn't know what to expect for confirmation. I know because, like, I knew I wasn't gonna know a lot of people. Like,
Sure.
I know I was gonna be alone because I know my cousins are here too.
Okay.
Because that's how I came here. Because they told me, oh, they're having confirmation. Because we all three of us, we went to school here. And so I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm going back to St. Cornelius, going to confirmation here. And I thought it would be really cool. I know I wasn't going to know anyone. I know I tried getting my friend Connor into it, but sadly he couldn't, he wasn't able to sign up in time. But honestly, I think since he didn't come here, I kind of had to make my new friends. So I think at first, the first class I came here, I probably didn't know anyone. Like I was kind of by myself a little.
Yeah.
I didn't know many people. And then after I started talking to Andrew, Aiden, and all the people in my small group, and they really became my friends. Like I can now talk to them about anything really. And so now I know I have people here that I know I can talk. And I'm not like just the person who's just by myself. Actually, with a group of people now.
Yeah. Do you feel like the friendships that you're developing here are different, like outside of church? Like, do you feel like your friends in church are different than your friends outside of church?
Oh yeah, totally. Like my friends like outside of church, they don't really go to church. They're not like big people of that. But the people here, I can talk to them about God and just anything. Cause I know they're really, I know Aiden, Eric and everyone, they're really into it. They really believe of God. And I want more of that. I want to be where they're at. I want to believe in God, just always know he's here. And so I think they really help to put me to that path.
Why would you tell people to maybe join confirmation, like your friend Connor, people like him who didn't join? What would you say to people like for why they should get involved here at confirmation?
I know I'll probably tell them how it's really good. It really connects you to God. Like I know I was telling my friend Connor after retreat how I felt really so much closer to God than how I did. I really felt his presence, and he was like, really? I'm like, yeah, it like really helped me. And I was like, I just want to tell him how it like confirmation really helps you get closer to God, like a lot. I know I wasn't really that close, but now I feel like I'm a lot closer.
That's good. Yeah. I feel like that just being able to talk to people about God and having that be like a central part of your relationship, it seems like, well, that makes sense. But I feel like a lot of relationships aren't like that, you know?
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of friends outside of the church as well, right?
Yeah.
Versus the ones in church.
Yeah.
You feel a difference?
Totally. And it's not like a bad difference.
No.
It's just like
Different.
It's just like different in like understanding.
Okay.
Because like my other friends, it's more of like a casual friendship, but then these ones are more of like true friendships. Like this small groups is like sharing and everything. You really have to like share things that you probably wouldn't want to like a normal group of friends. Like if I haven't told my experience with my other group of friends, and I wanted to tell it to my small group, but it's just like it's hard to like drop heavy things like that. And like in places like here and in small group, you could drop heavier things, and then you could learn from other people's experiences if they're doing the same things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How do you guys each want your relationship to grow over this next year? Like, what's an area of your spiritual life that you really want to develop?
For me, I want to be able to just to talk to him more. I know like after retreat, I talk to him, but I know I can talk to him like a lot more, like just like a lot more. I really want to just be able to talk to him more, pray whenever I need him, like before I go to sleep, when I wake up, when I know I have something, just to be able to pray and be able to talk to him, really.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I probably want to just like, I'll probably want to do what he said. I want to be able to, with confidence, bring people to the church. And I've tried to bring some of my friends here, and I might get them to come next year, but I for sure want to be able to have the strength to just like be able to just bring people here. Like, hey, you should come to my church. You know, like that would be like some, you could do that, but like, you know.
Yeah, I like that, and I want that to be this place. I want this place to be like, yo, come to my church.
Yeah.
You know, like come to my community, come to be with my God. You know, because it matters. It matters that you have a relationship with God, and I want you to have a relationship with God, because there's nothing that's more important than that. So yeah, I really do share the sentiment. I do like that. I think that's important. I have one more question for you guys, and it's a question I ask at the end of every podcast. Why Jesus? And it's for you personally. Like, if I were to say, hey, like, why do you have a relationship with Jesus? Or why Jesus? Right?
You want to go first?
I'll go first. Why Jesus? He's really here for you. You know, we all know that he's here. He's watching over us. He's here to help us with prayer and everything. I think he's really the person you should go talk to about anything that you really need. He's always here for us. He's listening. He guides us. He guides us to the right path. I know I've talked to him about guiding me. I just want to get closer. So he's really here to listen to you, listen to your problems, and just trying to take you to the right path towards him. Because he wants everyone to be close to him. Wants people.
Yeah.
I really think he takes us to the right path. He might not tell us how to get there, but he's trying to make us find it ourselves. He wants us to find him. He wants us to find him, not him tell us, but for us to find him.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he really just pushes us to the path, and for us to go from there and to really like get to know what he is.
All right, thank you.
Why Jesus? That's a good question. That growing up, like as a little kid, and you don't understand anything about religion or anything, there's no Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't understand anything. And after understanding, like the confirmation program helps to understand exactly what you're believing. Totally. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jesus has done so many things. And you know, we all know he's there. He's truly there. He's truly just for us and for us to be with him. And there's a desire to be with him. Yeah. Like I just said, a little kid, all my little siblings want to take communion before they're able to. And it's just a desire. It's just a natural desire. You'll feel empty. I feel like if I were to let go of the church and everything, I would feel lost. And Jesus is like a guide and savior.
Yeah. No, I love that. I think when you're a little kid, you understand maybe the joy of Jesus and the love of Jesus. But as you get older, you understand the person of Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I think for anyone listening, we'll close in prayer right now. But for anyone listening, Jesus Christ wants a personal relationship with you. Someone that you can talk to, that you can cast your burdens upon, and who can really push you and encourage you to new heights of love and of joy and peace. So that's the best thing that we could ask for, right? You're made for love, and you're made for love with God. That's the most important thing. That's why we're all here. That's why anything is here, right? So with that, let's close in prayer. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Come, Holy Spirit. Dear Lord, I just ask that you send forth your Spirit upon anyone listening to this podcast. I ask that you bless them, that you guide them, that you are like a lamp to their feet to guide them to greener pastures. I thank you for the gift of the Eucharist and for the ways in which we can be united with you. I'd like to pray together in Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.